So hello, I'm here with Benjamin from Smash Into Pieces, and it's really great to see you, and thank you for taking the time to talk with me.
Thank you for wanting to have me here.
And how are you doing today?
I mean, the day has started for me because we just get out from the bus. We came from Prague, and before that from Berlin, so it's been a long ride so far. But it's lovely to be here, finally.
And how was the show in Prague?
It was sold out. It was a lot of smoke. I was crazy, actually. It was really fun to meet everyone again.
And you've came to Poland after a couple of very busy days. Like, first of all, your shows in a lot of different countries, but last Sunday you've participated in the finals of Melodifestivalen in Sweden. And, you know, that's a huge deal in Sweden. It's as I know, like over 2.5 million of people watched that in the TV. And as I know, you were the first rock band that qualified to the finals in over a decade. So first of all, congratulations for being in the top 3. And second of all, why did you decide to make such a move to join the Melodifestivalen?
I have to say that first of all, it was not like an easy decision in the beginning, because Melodifestivalen in Sweden this is like the biggest cultural thing we have. It gets back from like the 60s, and I mean now we wrote historical rock history in Sweden because we are the only band ever that came top 3 in a rock band. Yeah. But for me, it was like I was part of that competition 3 years ago as a songwriter. When I went in as a songwriter, I came to the final as well. And I was like, maybe we should actually aim to do this with Smash Into Pieces, because we are a really visual band. People have to understand that we are not only a rock band, we have this visual thing. And this is the perfect showcase for it. So for me, it was like, if I had the right song, I think we could do this. And also that we have built our like fan base outside Sweden. So we haven't really got Sweden yet before this.
Yeah.
And Sweden is a really hard country because they don't have rock. No radio stations play rock. No, there is no rock scene in Sweden. It's like underground. So we have a lot of rock bands that are super good. That are big in other countries, but not home. So Sweden is like, what happened here? Why don't you follow the rest of Europe? So I think also after Måneskin and Blind Channel and stuff like that, I think Sweden wanted to join. We got that ticket.
Yeah, and like as you said, like for those who don't know, the Melodifestivalen are the preselections for the Eurovision, and as a rock band, it's pretty tricky. And how do you feel to be a representative of a bit, you know, harder genre than the rest? Because you are the only one in the finals with a rock song.
I would say actually that it's the perfect spot, because it's like you don't compete with each other in that way. The other musicians do. The other artists compete in the same genre. I mean, we are like showcase. What are we doing? Even if we're not in Melody or not, this is what we do. So I think that was a good way.
And how was it for you as a band to be a part of a big TV event? Because I think it was a pretty new thing for a band, like overall, to be in such a big TV show. Yeah,
I mean, my like analysis of it is that we had in total 6 minutes of Swedish best time. And from 6 minutes with, I mean, 3.5 million people, I think, watched the finals, we got a top hit in Sweden.
Yeah.
So the only thing we needed was 6 minutes in television. So I'm really happy about that decision.
Yeah, I think it was a good choice to do that.
Yeah, I think so. And of course, we had a lot of help from the Swedish production. They were great. They built this for us and helped us. So we had the best team, you know.
Yeah. And the song you were presenting, it's 6 Feet Under. It's one of your newest singles, and I know it was based on Chris' personal experiences, and it's about hitting the rock bottom and being hopeless, and also like deciding to make a change in your life. And a lot of your songs tackle some serious problems like mental health or social issues, and the struggle to find a purpose in life. And how important is it for you to use your platform to address these issues through the music?
I mean, I would say it's super important, because I mean, every human on earth know how it is to feel pain, and people know how it is to struggle, and you can have either struggle go wrong or struggle go right.
Yeah.
And I would say that we always aim for getting the better out of it. So we have a positive agenda of it. That's why we have this superhero as well, because reminding you of the steps you want to take in the right direction. So for me, it's always important because people are living through stories. That's how we tell ourselves to move forward. So to be able to write stories that people want to join, that's like the biggest thing you can do as a creative person. So yeah, it's super important for me.
And what would be your message for people that struggle and go through some, bad stuff in their lives?
I would say that without the struggle and bad stuff in life, we don't have any lessons. So it's from the lessons you will really learn and level up, if I speak from experience myself. And I'm so thankful. And I think thankful is the best word we can have, because, when you're in something, when you're in the storm, the eye of the storm, you don't know what's coming, and it feels like the worst place to be. But every person, I think, almost, that went out of it can look back and see that, wow, this really changed me. And if you do this, like struggle, go right, you can really use this as a power.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
really
learned so
important.
much, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, and you're known to be really committed into creating some immersive experiences for your fans, and you're known for experimenting and pushing to the boundaries. And how do you manage to stay innovative and fresh all the time with every record?
I think it's be surrounded by people that really, what do you call it, that want you to become something new. For me, it's always be curious about things and be surrounded by people that inspire me.
Yeah.
So I think that's the key to actually just do things in your life. It doesn't need to be just music. It can be just yourself. Read new stuff, what people are you surrounded by, do something new in your life, in your daily life. And I think this always pushes us, the whole band, try new stuff.
Is there maybe one particular band that inspires you a lot?
Actually, not just bands. For me, it's more maybe songwriters or people in general. It can be a person that doesn't even have anything to do with music.
Yeah, of course.
Just a person that did something in their life that changed it for the better. Positive minds is my biggest inspirations.
Okay. And with the previous records, you've created this whole world of Arcadia, and you also have your own superhero epoch, and everything is really put together and thoughtful in your records. And what led you to create that whole world, whole concept, and why do you think it's so important for your band?
I would say that we had, even from start, all of us is really these fancy guys coming from the gaming kind of world. And I always...
Because I think your drummer is also recording on Twitch sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. And we all are gamers somehow, and we're coming from this nerdy side. I think nerds are the best. Because nerds...
I agree.
They are always keeping this inner child alive somehow. And I think this is always about this curiosity thing. So I would say that when we met and we started to write songs, and we always had a story behind it, and Smashing the Pieces for me, the SIP logo, really, that's a face. That's someone watching you. And that was a sign for me that inspired us. We always had this sign that I thought was really cool. So when we got to Rise and Shine album, and he stepped into the band, it was joining us in real life. I think we got this superpower feeling in us that, wow, he's with us now. We are this group together. We feel like unity. And this is what we want to bring to our fans as well, that everyone having this sign or following us and supporting us, we are part of this unity. And we have this strength in us.
Yeah.
So, and then I could just say that we are just in this world together, and it's so much easier when you are really see the same story again and tell the same story for yourself. We just see this story going forward, and how Epoch is always a step before us, and we lead. He leads and we follow.
Yeah. And with that story, you've also have a really cinematic take on your music videos. And a couple of days ago, you've released a lyric video to 6 Feet Under. But can we expect maybe a whole video for that song?
I think we can.
And what was maybe the most memorable video for you that you should?
Oh, that was a good question. I mean, so far we haven't done it yet. I mean, we are making it right now. But I would say that music video. I mean, I think Vanguard was a strong one, but it's not really part of the Arcadia. I mean, the Disconnect album was like disconnect.
Yeah.
It was because everything was disconnected. The whole world was like, what is happening? So for us, we disconnected for a while. Now we're gonna get back into the story. But I think the Arcadia album and all those cinematic stories around it is my favorite.
And I know you've started to work on your next album already. And what can your fans expect in terms of your sounds and the themes of the songs?
That's why I sound so tired, by the way, because I've been working all night in the bus on a new song. I mean, I would say that the sound, we're gonna combine more of the Arcadia sound, like more cinematic, more popish, but still have this rock guitars and kind of keep the heaviness from Disconnect, but make it more popish. Back to the story again. We are going in to the world.
That's cool, yeah.
So we're gonna bring it up a notch now. And so they can expect cinematic sounds, strong, super poppy choruses. I mean, what we do best, I would say.
Yeah. And today you're actually playing in Poland, in Warsaw. And can you tell us what the fans can expect from the show? Is it your first show in Poland?
Good question.
I think it is.
It is?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay, then lovely. I mean, you know, it's like we are 160 shows a year somehow, and sometimes I'm like not really there. But they can expect a short, explosive show because we opening for Starset, which have a great production. They are superb, and we get the chance to just show off a little. So we take 30 minutes and play 8 songs, really explosive. You know, we give it all. So they can count on good songs, our top songs, and a lot of bad boys on stage.
And is there any country you're looking particular to play in?
Actually, I mean, we were in Japan 10 years ago. That was such a big difference from the culture in Europe.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like the biggest opposite you can have, and lovely. So I love that cultural thing, like to be shocked somehow. And same, I want to go to Australia because it's sun and
it's something different also.
Sharks.
Yeah, a lot of dangerous animals.
Exactly, I love to be there. The dangerous.
Okay, and do you have maybe any message to the Polish fans that are going to see you tonight?
Yeah, I mean, if this is the first time we are here, we, of course, want to make sure that you want to see us again. That will be the main mission for us. So be there tonight, and we'll hope to meet you all and write a future together.
Thank you. It was amazing to talk to you, and thank you for taking the time to meet us.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks a lot.
Lovely.